If you're training consistently, hitting your protein, and still not making the progress you expect, I want you to ask yourself one question. How's your sleep? Not your workout, not your macros, your sleep. Because in my experience working with adults over 40, this is the piece that's quietly derailing more people than anything else. Today we're going to talk about what the research actually says and what I've seen firsthand with clients. Most people think of sleep as rest. It's more than that. While you're asleep, your body is repairing muscle tissue damaged during training, releasing growth hormone, regulating cortisol, and locking in the movement patterns you practiced in the gym. Cut that process short, and you don't just feel tired. You blunt the adaptation your training was designed to produce. The workout was the stimulus. Sleep is where the response happens. Here's where it gets important for this audience specifically. Sleep loss suppresses testosterone and elevates cortisol. Those are the primary anabolic and catabolic hormones in your body, the signals that drive muscle building and fat storage, respectively. After 40, testosterone is already declining naturally. Research shows roughly 1 to 2% per year. Chronic poor sleep accelerates that decline. Studies on older men specifically found that sleep restriction reduced testosterone production in ways that weren't seen in younger subjects. At the same time, elevated cortisol, consistently linked to poor sleep, promotes fat storage and creates a hormonal environment that works against everything you're trying to do in the gym. This is one of the most underappreciated reasons body composition becomes harder to manage after 40. Beyond hormones, sleep deprivation directly blunts muscle protein synthesis. Research shows that poor sleep quality is a meaningful predictor of muscle mass and strength in older adults, independent of training and nutrition, meaning you can be doing everything else right and still leave significant results on the table. I see this with clients regularly. Someone shows up doing the work, training consistently, eating enough protein, but something isn't adding up. Sleep is almost always part of the answer. The good news, the basics work, and most people aren't doing them consistently. Aim for 7 to 9 hours. That's the evidence-based target, not a suggestion. Keep a consistent schedule, same bedtime and wake time, including weekends. Your circadian rhythm responds to regularity, not intention. Cool, dark room. Your body temperature needs to drop to initiate deep sleep. A warm room fights that process. Cut screens 60 minutes before bed. Light suppresses melatonin. That delay pushes your sleep onset back. Watch late caffeine. Its half-life is 5 to 6 hours. A 3 p.m. coffee is still partially active at 9 p.m. None of this requires a special device or supplement. It requires consistency, the same thing we ask of training. After 40, sleep is not optional recovery. It's where adaptation happens. If you're putting in the work in the gym and not seeing the results you expect, before you change your program, take an honest look at your sleep. That's usually where the gap is. If you want a system that accounts for recovery, not just training, the After 40 guide is built around that exact approach. And if you haven't downloaded the free checklist yet, 7 things silently killing your progress after 40, that link is in the description too. Both links are below.